Hello friends, welcome to JavaEE EJB JPA tutorial. Now you are watching part 8 of the subseries JPA one-to-N and N-to-1 relation. That means JPA one-to-many and many-to-one relation. In the last video, we created the form for creating a new job. So the form is a JSP form, but unfortunately there is no JSP code in it, and after the development we recognized it. Now in this video we will proceed with the servlet. Here is a quick preview of previous parts so that we can get a glimpse of what we have developed so far. So in the last video we created the JSP file. Now we will proceed with the servlet. So when we create the servlet, we will override the doPost method. Then we will check the submit button. So click. First we will get the value for get parameter. So the type is submit, value also submit. So it will when user clicked the submit, it will retrieve a valid value. We are just checking that whether user actually clicked the submit button. After that we enter inside. Then we will be getting the request parameter here, request dot get parameter job description. This one is the job description. And if you see in the servlet, when user clicks the submit, we are retrieving all the parameters or all the form field data. So now we have form field data in hand, and if you see min and max request.get parameter, then we are creating new integer. From there we are generating the int value and storing it as integer minimum and maximum. Next we make a call to our bean layer function add job. In our servlet we will declare this bean EJ EJB job as EJB annotation. With a EJB annotation we will refer our bean. So here the remote name will come. Alright, from bean EJ we are making call to add job, and we pass description, minimum and maximum value to the add job function. Here is the add job, and if you see, that's how we receive the data. The flow goes like this. Form, this is HTML, but we have actually written this as a JSP form. When user clicks a submit button, action takes place on this servlet. In the servlet we will get job description, minimum and maximum experience level, and this information we pass it to our bean layer, and bean layer we will be getting the job description. Job description is 2 in the form field, then minimum experience and maximum experience. So this code we already reviewed. If you see here, we are creating a new job and setting all the field which we read from the form. After that, we make a call to entity manager persist. So this will store the content into the database. So the database table name is jobs. The entity job is tied to database table jobs, right? After that, from the return value here, if you see, we are returning the job after persisting it. So once we return here, it goes to unmanaged state. We already explained all the stuff in the JPA states. When we studied the JPA state, that time we talked about all these states: new, managed, unmanaged, disconnected, all the stuff. All right, here, since a job is returned from that new job, this is the return value, right? New job dot get job ID, and we are stating job added. ID is whatever is returned here. So this will get printed in the browser session after clicking the submit. So that's what here we are doing: response, get writer, print line, response. So this is the response we are forming, and we are printing that, and that will appear here. All right, now we will go to the demo. Now we will go to our web layer. We keep all our servlet in this package, and if you see, there are the servlet which we already created. Now we will create one more servlet. So package name is already picked. Why? Because we right clicked here on the package name, and class name we are giving it as a create job servlet. Clicking next. Then we don't want to get, and we are interested in overriding do post only. Okay, we'll do formatting. So this is our servlet. Create job servlet extends from HTTP servlet. Here we need to get access to our bean layer. So we declared the annotation EJP from javax.ejp. This is from tube coding example EJP stateless session. This is from tube coding example session bin, stateless session bin package. Okay, now in the do post method, first we check the submit parameter as already told in the PowerPoint slide. Then we perform the form field processing. So this job is from tube coding example JPA entity. That's all. Now we will start the server. And then we will add our component. Here you can see deployed. Okay, now we will start the create job JSP. So this is the JSP form we created in the previous video, right? So that's the entry point. Now we will state run on server, or instead, okay, here we are in Edge browser. We will be opening the create employee JSP, and not this one. We will go to create job JSP. So this is our existing job. Here we have editor level 1, editor level 3, and we will put editor level 4. $100 to $180, right? Now we will just increase $120 to $200. Submit. So job ordered ID is 18. We have so far editor level 3. This is editor level 4. Now we will create one more. Let's go back, refresh it. Editor level 5. $140 to $10. So here we are seeing job ordered ID is 19. So the job added and the ID is 19. Now we have two newly added editors, right? Now we will go ahead to the create employee JSP. And check these two jobs are listed in the combo box. Okay, we will create a new employee, Raghu K. Prasad. Mohan M. Balaji. Job level, here we are choosing editor level 4, and you can see our two newly added jobs are displaying here. So I'm choosing editor level 5, and it demands a job level, between 140 and 210. Now we will give job level as 160, and we will click the submit button. Here you can see the employee is added. Where employee ID is whatever is returned. Mohan M. Balaji, job ID is 19, and that's the job we added newly. So we completed our second workflow also, and we tied that with our first workflow. The first workflow creates a new employee, and second workflow creates a new job, and many employee can point to the same job. So to test that, we need to go to a third round of workflow where we need to retrieve the employee based on the ID, and we have to edit the employee. That means here in the employee form, if you see, we need to get an employee. It should automatically select the employee's current job, and then we can use the form to edit the employee. So usually for edit employee, what we are going to do, we will ask to feed the employee ID, and user will submit the form. Then a second form will be displayed like this with the populated information, and the combo box should also pick a correct list. Suppose if the searched employee is a managing director, it should show like this. Then user can perform the modification, then they can click the submit button. So that's the workflow we are going to cover in the next few videos, and we will complete EJP JPA with this sub-series, and in the next sub-series we will start a new one. Alright, that's all here. Alright, that's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. And I haven't closed the while fly. So as we usually do in every video, you have to stop the component, remove it, then stop the wildfly server, then exit the wildfly server. That way, next time when you start a new development, it will not collapse and you won't see any error in the console window. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.